Most dogs do one of these, a few do 3, but if your dog does more than 6 of these tiny things, you didn't just give them a house, you gave them a forever home. And there's a difference. Your dog knows it, their body knows it, and 10 small signs are about to tell you exactly where you land. Number 7 is the one most owners watch every single night without realizing what it means. Be honest as you go. You'll know by the end. Number 1. The slow breathing beside you. Put your hand on your dog's side the next time they're asleep next to you, and count how many times their ribs rise in 15 seconds. If it's between 4 and 6, you're watching something most people walk right past. A dog breathing that slowly isn't just relaxed, their body has made a decision. Veterinary cardiologists actually use resting breathing rate as a health marker, but behavioral researchers notice something else. Dogs in high-stress environments, shelters, noisy homes, unpredictable schedules, they breathe faster even while they sleep. Their body never fully stands down. A dog who sleeps with their breath matching the slow rhythm of the room has stopped expecting the room to turn on them. Think about the last time you slept somewhere that wasn't yours, a hotel or a friend's guest room. You probably woke up 2-3 times that first night because your body wasn't convinced yet. Your dog made that same calculation the first time they slept in your house, and every night since, their breath has been writing their answer. If it's slow and quiet beside you right now, they've given you the only answer that matters. Number 2. The ear point. Watch your dog the next time you're in the middle of a conversation that has nothing to do with them. You're on the phone, or talking to someone in the kitchen, and your dog is 3 rooms away. Look at their ears. Researchers at the University of Lincoln developed a system that maps every tiny muscle movement in a dog's face, and they found that when a dog is feeling positive attention towards someone, 2 specific things happen. The ears pull slightly together at the top of the head, and they point forward. This is the canine version of leaning in. Dogs don't point their ears at everyone. They point them at the voices their brain has flagged as mine. The voice that means dinner is coming. The voice that means the car ride. The voice that means you're home. If your dog is asleep and their ears twitch toward the sound of your voice before their eyes even open, that's not instinct. That's allegiance. They don't do that for everyone. They do that for you. Number 3. The side glance before they step. Your dog walks up to something new, a different floor surface, a weird object in the hallway, a stranger at the door. And for a split second, before they move, they look at your face. Not your hand, not the thing, your face. Behavioral scientists call this social referencing, and it's the same thing a 12-month-old baby does when they crawl near something unfamiliar. They look up at their mum to see if it's okay. In a study from the University of Milan, dogs were exposed to a sudden strange object in the room, and the dogs who had secure bonds with their owners glanced at their owner's face within 2 seconds. If the owner looked relaxed, the dog approached the object. If the owner looked worried, the dog stayed back. They weren't just reading the room, they were reading you. Anxious dogs don't do this as much. They either freeze or they panic on their own. Because somewhere along the way, they stopped believing the check-in would help. A dog who looks at your face before deciding how to feel is a dog who has cast you as the most trusted vote in the room. You didn't earn that by accident. You earned it by being steady over and over, probably without noticing. Number 4. The right side tail. You know your dog's tail wags when they see you. Every owner knows that, but the direction of the wag tells you more than the wag itself. Italian neuroscientists spent years filming dogs and slowing the footage down frame by frame, and they discovered that when dogs see someone they love, their tail wags noticeably more to the right side of their body. When they see something threatening, like an unfamiliar aggressive dog, the wag shifts to the left. This isn't random, it's controlled by 2 different halves of the brain. The right bias comes from the left hemisphere, the same side that lights up for approach, warmth, and positive emotion. Your dog isn't choosing to wag right, their brain is leaking affection through their body. Next time you come home, drop to the floor and watch them from behind for 3 seconds. If the tail is swinging wider to the right, you've just witnessed your dog's brain involuntarily tell the truth. They love you, they can't help it, and now you can see it. Number 5. The play bow nobody earns but you. A play bow looks like a stretch, but it's actually a full sentence your dog is telling you. When a dog drops their front end to the floor, sticks their rear up, and holds the position for half a second, they're saying, "Whatever happens next is a game, and I will not hurt you." This is a formal canine contract used between dogs to start play, and it specifically signals that any biting, chasing, or wrestling that follows is not serious. Dogs are extremely selective about who they play bow to. A study from the University of Bristol found that dogs who played tug and fetch with their owners scored higher on confident, secure behavior across the board, with no increase in aggression. The old idea that play makes dogs pushy has been completely disproven. And that's because your dog isn't just inviting you to play, they're telling you that you, specifically, are safe enough to drop their guard with. Your dog could use that same move with anyone, but they don't. They save it for the people they trust not to take the game too far. If they still play bow to you after years of knowing each other, that isn't habit. That's a promise renewed every day. Number 6. The return sniff. When you walk through the door and your dog doesn't just explode with excitement, but instead walks up calmly and starts sniffing your hand, your pants, your jacket, pay attention. They're reading you. Researchers at the University of Bristol ran a study where they collected sweat samples from humans under stress, then exposed dogs to the scent, and the dogs could tell. When they smelled stress, they made more cautious, pessimistic choices afterward. Your dog can smell your day. They can smell the argument you had at work, the bad meeting, the news you got on the drive home, the quiet wait you thought you left outside the front door. The return sniff is your dog taking your temperature, and the dogs who do it gently, without climbing or frantic licking, are dogs who have learned that their owner might need a minute. Then they usually do one of two things. They walk away and give you space, or they press their body against your leg and stay there. Either way, they're responding to information most humans in your life won't even notice you're carrying. They love you in the language of scent, and they've been fluent longer than you've realized. Number 7. The across-the-room look. You're reading on the couch, watching TV or doing dishes, and your dog is somewhere else in the room, doing nothing in particular. And if you glance up at the exact right second, you'll catch it. They're looking at you. Not staring, not asking for anything, just watching, with soft eyes, from across the room. In 2015, a Japanese research team published a study in the journal Science that changed everything we thought we knew about dog love. When dogs and owners looked into each other's eyes softly for 30 minutes, the owners had a 300% increase in oxytocin, and the dogs had a 130% increase. Oxytocin is the same hormone that bonds a human parent to a newborn baby. Wolves raised by humans did not show this response. It turned out to be something dogs developed specifically to love us. Think about that for a second. Somewhere in the last 15,000 years, the ancestors of your dog rewired their brain to release bonding hormones when they look at you. Not at other dogs, at you. And the dogs who do this the most, who quietly watch their person from across the room, are the dogs who have built the deepest version of that circuit. If you look up tonight and catch your dog just looking at you, that's the moment. That's what this entire video is about. You are the face their brain releases love for. Number 8. The shake-off after something hard. After something stressful happens, a thunderstorm, the vet visit, a bath, a visitor who stayed too long. Watch what your dog does in the 30 seconds after it's over. They stand up, plant their feet, and shake their entire body like they're throwing off water. They're not soaked, there's no water. What they're actually doing is resetting their nervous system. Behavioral ecologists have studied this shake-off for years, and it's the body's way of flipping out of fight or flight and back into rest mode. The muscles reset, the heart slows, and the dog physically tells itself, that's over. Dogs who live with constant low-grade stress don't do this. They stay locked in a slightly on-edge state for hours after the trigger is gone, because their body never gets the permission slip to let go. A dog who shakes off after something hard, then lies down and breathes slowly, is a dog whose body trusts that the rest of the night is going to be okay. That trust has to come from somewhere. It comes from you, doing nothing dramatic, just being the predictable quiet that comes after every storm. They learned that pattern, their nervous system wrote it down, and now their body reminds them every single day. Number 9. The slow eating. Some dogs inhale their food like the bowl is on fire. That's survival wiring. Eat now, guard nothing, stay alert. Then there are dogs who eat slowly, who stop mid-meal to look at you, who walk away from half a bowl and come back for it 10 minutes later. That dog feels safe, deeply, completely safe, in a way most dogs on Earth never get to. In the wild, eating is one of the most vulnerable activities an animal does. Head down, distracted, back exposed. It's when predators attack. Fast eating is a survival behavior that says, finish before something bad happens. When a dog slows down, it means they've filed the bowl under not going anywhere. The food will still be here in 10 minutes, nobody is coming to take it, and they can actually taste what they're eating for the first time. Rescue dogs often take months to learn that calm, and some never do. Some eat like they're still back where they came from, no matter how long they've been safe. If your dog eats slow, wanders off and comes back, you didn't just feed them tonight. You fed them so consistently, for so long, that their bodies stopped counting. Number 10. The choice to come back. You're outside with your dog, they're off leash, or in the yard, or in a safe open space, and something has caught their attention across the grass. They leave. They sniff around. They do their dog things. And then, without you calling them, without a treat, without a command, they come back. They sit down somewhere near your feet, and they stay there. This one is the whole bond in a single sentence. Animal behaviorists at the University of Vienna have a name for this. They call it the secure base effect. It's when a bonded being uses another being as the home they explore out from. The research is wild. Dogs will work harder on a puzzle, explore longer, try more new things, and stay calmer in strange places, just because their owner is in the room. The owner doesn't have to help, doesn't have to speak. Just their presence alone, sitting in a chair, is enough to make the dog brave. Now think about what the comeback means. Your dog has the whole world to smell, and they have things more interesting than you calling their attention in every direction. And yet they chose, on their own, to come back to the spot where you are. That isn't obedience. That's love spoken in geography. They left because it felt safe to leave, and they came back because nothing out there was better than being near you. So count them up. If your dog does more than 6, they're not living in a house. They're living in a home that belongs to them too. And you built that, in the quiet spaces, without even trying. The next video on your screen covers the one behavior only bonded dogs do at night. Go watch it.